My name's Carl Poutney. I'm the racing coordinator and vice commodore at Stewart Water Sports Club. In this screencast tutorial, we'll be looking at the results worksheet. It's an Excel application which is available in the Race Hut to all race officers. We started development of this in April. It's proven to be very successful over the last 8 months or so, and will be the cornerstone to the results service for 2013. So let's not hang around. Switch across to Microsoft Windows. Now this is a representation of the desktop in the Race Hut computer. It's very similar. One of the features is clearly the new results worksheet icon, which is on the desktop in the Race Hut. It's available here. You should always start a new race from a new sheet. So this is a complete workflow. You need to repeat this for each race that you calculate. One of the most requested features, I think, really from 2012 is to enable race officers to create a little shortcut with respect to calculating results for, say, races 2 and 3 based upon the entries that were in the previous race. That's something that we'll be looking into, but for now, as I say, every new race needs to start from this same desktop starting point. So if we double click on the icon, it brings up Excel and leaves us on this initial page, and here we'll be entering the details of the race. So without further ado, Icicle Week 1. I'll be the race officer for the purposes of this. It's of course a fictitious race. 6th January, and we'll call this race number 3. Okay, so this is the third race, week 1 of the Icicle series. Okay, and we just move off this page, we just simply click the continue button. And as you can see, we have the details of the race populated here, and the file name is automatically saved at the top in the correct format. That initial stage really solves a number of problems for us. The main one, funnily enough, was the fact that race officers were so keen to use a spreadsheet they failed to actually bother to complete any of the details of the race, and often results would be circulating around the club and competitors wouldn't actually know what the results related to. So, well, let's just get stuck straight in with the demonstration. One of the problems that we identified very early on was the fact that one of the real problems with computerized results systems is getting information into it. It's time consuming, laborious, and often repetitive. To solve that, we've created some quick entry codes. You'll be hearing a lot more about these over the next 12 months. But KPS is mine, and as you can see, we enter that in and move down to the next quick entry cell, and it fills in Carl Poutney, sprint 15, cell number 1494, handicap, and my start. That's not the only way in which we can enter details in. We can just type them in. Okay, so we can just overtype what's in these white cells here. So we've got Bob Smith, Margot Smith, sending an albacore, 4567, cell number, and there we go. So really, just manually entering stuff is really straightforward as well, and you can do this as often as you like. Okay, if you make a mistake, the best thing to do is to sort of just backspace over the mistake and clear the cells and just re-enter the data. Okay, so there we go. So I've got some more quick entry codes here. NDL. You get an error message if the quick code isn't in the database. Okay, so there we go. We've got 6 competitors. and we'll start now by entering some finishing times for them. Again, this is a fictitious race, so I'm just entering some made up finishing times. Okay, and the next thing we need to do is number of laps each boat sailed. Now in this particular case, they all sailed 3, except for the catamaran, which sailed 4. And there we go. And you can see that as we typed all of that information in, it automatically calculated the corrected time and has placed and ranked the competitors on screen. So there's nothing more to do now than to sort the spreadsheet so that they all appear in numerical order. Bill Strange wins, I come second, and so on. All right, and it's as simple as that. So that's 6 results entered in a matter of a couple of minutes, and I'm sure you can see that there's a great deal of benefit to be had from that. Now, there's a couple of things I just want to quickly show you, and for that we're going to increase the number of competitors to 8. So we'll put 2 more competitors into the spreadsheet. Now, Nick Jones, I'm afraid, didn't finish the race. And we can enter did not finish his or any other scoring code, really, just by entering the scoring code into the code field. We've got BFD, black flag disqualification, OCS on course side, and did not finish. Okay, so DNF, stick them in there, awarded 9 points. Okay. It's the number of competitors, which are 8 in this particular case, plus 1. All right, now, in the case of Chris Lawson, he did finish. So, and got himself 4th place. But there was an altercation on the water, a protest, which led to a rules advisor getting involved, and a scoring penalty was accepted after the event. Okay, so we can select SCP, and you can see here now that his points have changed to 6. Okay, and what it's done is it's taken the penalty, which is 2. This is automatically calculated based on the number of competitors, and added that to the score. So now I have 2 6th places. If we do the sort on the spreadsheet again, you'll see what I mean. Okay, then we have Chris Lawson chucked in there, and away we go. And it's as simple as that. So there's a variety of things that the sheet can cater into. One more thing that I just want to quickly demonstrate really is if we remove Margot from the crew of the Albacore, sailed by Bob Smith, you can see that we've got a flag indicated here on the right hand side, a crew flag, and an error message displayed at the top. Please check double-handed boats in the race and ensure that crew members are named. Okay, it's a common mistake. In fact, some helms have registered boats without registering a crew, so it's important that we capture the crew. There's some additional functionality that will come in terms of awarding single-handed penalties to double-handed boats, but for now we can clear that just by putting Margot back in. Okay, and it's as simple as that. Don't forget to save the spreadsheet, and of course we can print it as well. And the print preview, and this is pretty much what you get. Okay, you can print more than one copy. There's no problem with that at all, and as simple as that. There's just a couple of other things really. We produce an RWA return, and the data is automatically calculated by the sheet. Okay, this is this can be cut and pasted directly into the RWA's website just by selecting it, copying it to the clipboard. It's proved enormously invaluable in terms of getting the data in. I think for 2012, we've got about 90% of all of our race data actually into the RYA and into their results calculation service, which I think is a really good thing. The other thing is we've got the class database here. This is data from the RYA principally. Helm database. There'll be another few tutorials around this, mainly in printed form, which help people work out how to create a Helm code for themselves. Some series data, some scoring details, some preferences. Importantly, we've got some race variables here that I can change, and I can customize this for other clubs if necessary as well. And this last page here, it contains all of the versioning information. It's been quite a lot of work on this. As of the end of November, 59 versions of the sheet had been produced, fixing bugs and introducing new features and the like. So there we have it. As I say, this is a really simple and straightforward way of calculating the results. You needn't fear anything from it. The spreadsheet's fairly robust. We're improving it all the time, and if you've got any feedback, please let us have it. Thank you very much.